This week's Town Talk brings Plymouth Town Manager Melissa Arrighi to the set. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here again. Melissa, we're going to talk about a number of things today, including Market Basket, Union Street, the shellfish industry and how it's rising in Plymouth, and the power plant and some issues surrounding that.
Sure.
So why don't you start with Market Basket?
I'll start with some of the good things. So Market Basket is coming to West Plymouth. I think that's exciting news for a lot of people. There's been some controversy as they start their development there with the clearing of the land and the taking down the trees, but their landscape overall plan is quite lovely, and I think it will fit into the area, and it will be nice to have another large supermarket chain at that location. Union Street, many of you are familiar with that, and your viewers are. It's right around the corner from Town Hall. It's right where the marina is, so we are making some changes. The parking can be difficult there, and of course with the school buses that come along, the traffic from Town Hall, we know we need to make some adjustments there. So you're going to see fog lines on the road now, and we're going to control the parking a little bit better so that you have a full 22-foot path to drive in. That may help with some of that congestion at certain times of day. In addition, the shellfish program, this is something town meeting took a chance on us about. They provided us with a couple $1,000s in David Gould, the Director of Marine and Environmental Affairs, in his line item. And because the citizens were willing to give some money towards the program, we received a grant for $2,500. So you're going to see some shellfish activity this year.
So give me a little background on the shellfish. What was the background that caused you to have to take action?
Well, we had not had an active shellfish program in Plymouth Harbor in years and years. I might even say decades.
Yes.
So now we're able to do propagation. We're able to bring, you saw the aquaculture industry. I've talked about that on the show before. We're giving out licenses for aquaculture. So we're actually bringing a lot of that back to a harbor that deserves to have active fishing there because it did for years.
Right. That's awesome. Okay. What about just a little bit about the transfer station?
So the transfer station, we went to a change a few years ago to curbside pickup, and we only have one transfer station in Plymouth open now. And the transfer station is an important service that we provide to the public. However, we're having fewer people use it. We're down to about only 4,400 people in this large community, so the prices are going up. So the selectmen have, asked us once again to keep those costs as low as possible. And one of the things that we're looking at right now is, with the curbside pickup program, do we continue to have special bags for the curbside? We have them for the transfer station, so as you pay as you go, you pay as much as you use trash, that you generate more. So there are some of the things that we're looking at right now, but we are concerned about the dwindling population at the transfer station if that ultimately will result in a closing.
Okay, so that's something we have to keep our eye on.
Yes.
And finally, talk to me about what's happening with the power plant.
So there were a couple studies done around the power plant that the public has been anxious about hearing the results. The first was University of Massachusetts was looking to do a study on what would happen in the event that the power plant eventually closed, and what are some of the other economic repercussions that happen from that plant. All the employees that are there, the restaurants that they use in the area, the services they use in the area, what does it actually do for our economy? So that study is being presented now. We want to have an opportunity in the future to let the public weigh in. It's a lot to digest at first. In addition, our Nuclear Matters Committee, led by Jeff Berger and Richard Rothstein as chairman, they also, at a directive from the Board of Selectmen, they said, take a look at the top 5 issues when it comes to the nuclear power plant in Plymouth. What are the top 5 issues that we should be looking at, that we should be learning more about, and that we should be talking about publicly? And we're hearing the results of that right now, too.
Oh, great. So a lot of education is coming up.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest key to this. This is education. It provides us information so that we can plan for it.
Exactly. Good. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Anytime.